A hard truth I'm learning in this life is that the external will always be externaling, meaning annoying things will always be happening in life. Obstacles will always be coming up. Problems will always need solving, and they'll always be presenting themselves in our lives. And I found myself, being in this good, calm, grounded energy, cultivating peace from within, and then something in my external will pop up, and then I subconsciously get completely swept up by whatever said thing is happening, and I'm like, subconsciously, I'm like I'm not outwardly thinking this, but subconsciously I'm like, when this is over, I get to go back to my good, calm energy. But a bunch of things started happening over and over and over and over again, and I'm like, okay, so life is always going to be happening. Things are always going to be coming up. Always. So the goal shifts from how do I solve this problem so that I can return back to my good energy? How do I, become successful so I don't have problems? It goes from that to how can I stay calm and grounded? How can I stay true to myself and my identity? How can I stay true to my soul throughout whatever life throws at me, whatever obstacles are thrown my way? And I just wanted to share that, because if you're like me and you're like somebody who's like doing their best, just trying to be the best version of themselves, but life keeps happening, like, I'm just here to tell you, like, it's going to keep happening for the rest of your life. That's life. And you can either become a victim to it and hate life and become, like, you probably know somebody who's like a chronic complainer and they're just addicted to being miserable. You can either go that route, or you can make it your life's mission to stay true, stay grounded, stay anchored into who you know yourself to be, into the energy that you want to be in, no matter what life throws at you. And this isn't to say that you have to be perfect and not have any negative feelings. Like, I'm the first person to say, like, you're going to have negative feelings, you're going to not always be in positive energy 100% of the time, but the goal has just shifted. It's just shifted from how can I have no problems to how can I just continue to stay grounded and be myself no matter what problems are thrown at me. And I'm just going to read this little thing that I wrote just to make sure that I got out everything I wanted to say. Something I'm learning is that the external will always be externaling. In other words, life will always be happening. Annoying things will always be coming up, and tough situations will always be thrown our way. I don't say this to say that we can't cultivate peace from within and stay grounded in our knowings, identity, and energy. I say this to say the opposite. I find myself being in good, grounded energy, then something comes up in the external, and I watch myself get swept up by it and subconsciously waiting for it to be over so I can return to myself, return to my love and light, return to my calmness and inner peace. But I'm realizing that things will always be coming up. There will always be problems to solve. There will always be hurdles to overcome. So the goal in this life shifts from waiting for that relief when it's over, that I'll be happy when I have this, I'll be happy when I have less problems, to I'm going to make it my mission to stay grounded throughout every lesson life throws at me, every not so pleasant thing that arises. And that's how I'll have long-lasting and sustainable peace and happiness. Because getting completely swept up by every little thing in the external will never serve me nor the life I I wish to live. Yeah. I mean, a lot of this stuff, like, it's easy, like, to know internally, and it's something that, like, yeah, I've always, like, known, like, yeah, things can happen and I can just, you know, stay true to myself, but it's more of, like, the subconscious thing. Like, I'll realize that I'm subconsciously waiting for this thing to be over so I can just get back to my normal peaceful routine, but things are always going to be happening. So if this resonates with you, like, we just have to find peace within at all times and never wait for anything. Never. Because that is just a long game of waiting and never really getting to where you think you want to be. So yeah, I hope this all made sense, guys. I literally just wrote this down like 5 minutes ago and was like, I'm gonna try to say this cohesively. But yeah, the external will always be externaling, and that's just the truth. So yeah.